morning, YouTubers. Welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Absolutely glorious today. It's the 31st of May, last day of May, and I've been on the car boots this morning. I've just done all my watering and everything. All my greenhouses are watered. I've got my pipe in the IVC tank there, filling it up at the I've got the hose in the mains, and I'm filling my water tank up so I don't have to keep walking to the bloody tap every 5 minutes to water all my plants or have it to hand. Anyway, like I say, I've been on the car boots. I've got enough time at the end. I'll show you what we've been buying. More coins. I love me coins. So anyway, I'm going to go straight into the video because it's quite a long video, and we've got quite a lot to show you. There's a lot of stuff that I wanted to show you, but I've had to leave out. I'll put that in another video. But the 3 beds behind me here, we've been working on them. The first bed was a piece of cake, and you're going to see how easy it was in a minute. And then we're going to go into the second. We're going to show you what the beds look like before, and then we'll show you what they look like after. And we're going to be putting some flowers into them. You watch me put 1 or 2 flowers in, and we'll show you when they're all in, and I'll show you what the flowers are and everything else. So let's show you this video now. How long did that take to do that? 2 minutes. All them tiny weeds are all been decapitated with the hoe. There's the thing that you want. That's your main tool in your gardening to keep these weeds at bay. Get yourself one of them or something similar, and don't let the weeds get more than 1 inch high before you hack at them. I've just done round my strawberries there. And like I say, it's took 2 minutes to do. It's probably took it's probably took longer to explain what I've just been doing. So this time of year, this is your best tool to be using. I'm going to give it a clean now and put it away. I've got this bed to do next. I've got to take all the tops off the daffodils and tulips. And I've also got one more bed over here. These 2 beds here I've got to do. I've done pretty much every other one. And once I've done them, and I can start sticking the flowers in and what have you. I've got some cosmos. I've got all sorts of stuff. I'll show you when I'm putting them in. But yeah, the next job will be to get in here and to weed these beds. I've got to be careful though in here because I've got a lot of flowers still in here, like the gladiolas all the way around the perimeter. I've got just here I've got sedum. Obviously you can see that's lupin, poppies, all them are yellow flag irises, and there's again there's more of this sedum, and then at the end is a stilbe. Then you've got the bushes, the raspberries, and raspberries, the gooseberries and the currants. There's Maggie just landed. Then you've got to be careful along these edges here because you've got lilies coming up and all the gladiolas. So it's looks like it's hands and knees and gets stuck in there. But yeah, I've got this bed to do, then the next bed is this one here, the one at the back. So that's what I'm going to do next. But yeah, 2 minutes with the hoe, that's all it needed. And the strawberry bed's looking pretty good, a lot of flowers on the strawberries. Last frost was about a week ago now, I would imagine. Well, it usually is about that time. So I don't think we'll be getting any frost on losing any of the tomatoes. The strawberries. If you get a black dot in the centre of the strawberries, that plant is actually damaged, unfortunately. But yeah, that's another story, and we ain't got any which are damaged to show you, unfortunately. But yeah, job's a good one. Anyway, let's move on. There's a lot more things to do today, I can assure you. Well, this is a job that I've got to do as well. I've got to take all the tops off there, do all the weeding. I've got to be careful, got to be mindful of all these gladiolas coming up here. And again, we've got these lilies here. Got the sedum here, and well, you can see all the fruit on the gooseberries. So, and I've got to work in between taking all the weeds out as well. Can my job get any harder? But once we've done it all, we've got to do the old bed. It's a 13-foot bloody bed by 6.5 foot, so it's going to take some time. So we're doing this little bit by bit. I'll do this bit now, and a bit tomorrow, and a bit the next day, and before we know it, at the end of the week, this bed will be done, and then we'll get onto this bed over here as well. So what we're doing, we're cutting the daffodils right down to the base, right down to the ground. We do this every year. I know what everyone says, let them go yellow, let them die back. I mean like this here, guys. So these are all ready to go. So we just take the tops off everything, but you've got to be careful because there's all sorts of flowers in here as well. And you've got to know what you're doing, because I don't want to be cutting my dahlias. We've got dahlias in there as well. And on top of all that, we've got to deal with her. Still, we'll keep my eye on her, and I've got to keep my eye on them buggers up there. I've got to keep my eye on her, with her eye on them up there. Right, you're right in the middle of the way. So anyway, we're going to have at it. I'm going to get a cut in here now, but we're only going to do a little bit. Like I say, we get all these weeds up here, all these tiny weeds here. Just lift them up. Like I say, once we got them out, try and get the roots as well. The ground's very wet, so these things just lift out with all the roots on. So, you know, so you got all the roots on, and that's what you want to try and get. You got to get in amongst all these gladiolas as well. So it's a bit methodical. To some people this is a nightmare. To me, it's I love doing it actually. It's quite therapeutic. And then what we do, pile them all up in the bucket. Right, anyway, I'm going to have at it. So I'll show you what it looks like now, and I'll show you this bit in a bit when it's done. We've done this here, tidied this. We've still got to go back there, but what I've decided to do, I'm looking at the time now, it's 20 past 2, and I've got another 40 minutes to kill before I'm heading off to my mother's for my tea. So what I decided to do, I'm going to do this bit here. I do a third of this, so I'll do up to that currant there. Might take that fig out, because it seems to be as dead as Monty Python's parrot. It's no more. It's just bitten off its mortal coil, it's deceased, it's a dead fig. So we might take that out as well, but we're going to take all this lot out, and it'd be easy because I've got this hole, and there's nothing that I know what's in there. Maybe a few bits and bobs like that lily there, but all this lot it's just straightforward taking it out. So I'll be able to just hoe it. I'll probably end up pulling the weeds up though, but this, I've got to cut these right down to the ground. So that's what we're doing anyway. I'm going to do this now, and then I'll go and get me tea. I'm just wondering where the best place to point the camera. Stick the camera just here and point it that way. You can see me doing this bit here, eh? What of it? But as you can see, that's the mess. And when we're done, it'll look a little bit like that there. You can see all the gladiolas coming up there along the edge. So let's hope there's no bloody gladiolas there. See, we've done this here. Tidied this. We've still got to go back there. But what I've decided to do, I'm looking at the time now. It's 20 past 2, and I've got another 40 minutes to kill before I'm heading off to my mother's for mid-sea. So what I decided to do, I'm going to do this bit here. I do a third of this, so I do up to that current there. Might take that fig out because it seems to be as dead as Monty Python's parrot. It's no more. It's just bitten off its mortal coil. It's deceased. It's a dead fig. So we might take that out as well. But we're going to take all this lot out, and it'd be easy because I've got this hole, and there's nothing that I know what's in there. Maybe a few bits and bobs like that lily there. But all this lot it's just straightforward taking it out, so I'll be able to just hoe it. I'll probably end up pulling the weeds up though, but this, I've got to cut these right down to the ground, so that's what we're doing anyway. I'm going to do this now, and then I'll go and get me tea. I'm just wondering where the best place to point the camera. Stick the camera just here and point it that way. You can see me doing this bit here, eh? What of it? But as you can see, that's the mess. And when we're done, it'll look a little bit like that there. You can see all the gladiolas coming up there along the edge. So let's hope there's no bloody gladiolas there. There you go, we've done this half. We've got to do the other half over there. But as you can see, we've got all that crap out. And we've done this bit here. We'll do the other 2/3 of this tomorrow. We'll do the other half of that tomorrow as well, hopefully. But yeah, we're just getting all the rubbish out. I'll be putting all my flowers along here very shortly. I mean, there's a load of flowers here. All these are flowers. There's lupins, gladiolas, there's lilies, there's sedum, and there'll be cosmos and calendula and marigolds and all sorts of things all along here. These are my fruit. It's got fruit on them as well. Really nice. But yeah, we took the fig out. That's gone. And yeah, we're going to get some flowers in there. These are just the tops off the weeds. There's a few bits in there. They'll die back since we've been in with the hole, but we've still got the other side to do yet. So watch this space there. I'll probably clip it into this video, this clip here, and then show you the overall. But it's coming up to 3 o'clock now, and I'm heading off for my tea at my mother's, as planned. So, job's a good one. Let's move on. Do show you what it looks like now, and what it'll look like when we come back now. As you can see, we've already done this half here. We did this just before, and it looks really good. We're going to be putting flowers in here shortly, but I'm going to get stuck into here. We've got to tidy all this lot up. So like I say, it's very compact here, and it's not really, you can't really put the camera. I was just looking where I could put the camera to show you what we're doing, but there's no room. So once it's done, I'll show you what it looks like. We've got to do this as well. We've already done that bit there, but we've got to do that. But we're concentrating on this here today. If we can get this done in the next hour, who knows. We've got all the weeds out. All the weeds out of here. All the way along. I'm going to be putting the flowers in here tomorrow. We've got a load of calendula, and we've got a load of cosmos. So we're going to put them into here. You can see all the gladiolas coming up, and all the what that is It's about 100 motorbikes turned up at the hospital. They do it every year. It's a thing that the hospital got going on. Now they're all revving the engines. Unbelievable, eh? What a sound that is. They're all along Stock Lane. You can smell the actual two-stroke petrol coming over this way as we're talking. I bet that is some sight, that over there. I bet that is some sight. Yeah, they're all come down to the hospital. I think it's. I'm not too sure exactly whether it's to thank the hospital for all the help, all the motorbikers. It's what they did last year. But anyway, how awesome's that? But yeah, we've got the beds clear now, as you can see. So expect to see the flowers going in here and in here. Oh bloody! Oh, just typical that. Now all I've got to do now is clean my tools. But it's looking a damn sight better. We did this strawberry bed as well. We've done that bed. There's one bed what we haven't done, and that's the rhubarb. But then again, when the rhubarb starts to die, but we obviously we pick rhubarb out. But when we can get at the daffodils and tulips in there, we take them back as well. But we don't have to do them today. Come on, you. Get Abel. Come on, I need to come on there. Sit, babe. Yeah, that's right. You go and walk in the bed. One there. One there. What do you reckon? How about one here? Hey? How about that one there? One there. Right, you're potentially where I'm going to be sticking one buttercup. Come on. Like. Well, as you can see, buttercup's not helping. Right, you're in the way. So we got them all in. Them are the giant marigolds. These are going to be a carpet of beautiful flowers, these, later on in the year. They're going to get they should get tall as well. I've got some more of these. Anyway, at the moment we're just piling all the bulbs, getting all the flowers in. Looking good. Moving on. So we've got some marigolds, we've got some cosmos. I'm going to get, in fact I've got to water these, so I'll be right back. There we go, all watered, all the joy. Well, we've locked everything up. I've shut some calendula along here where well, you can see my strawberries there doing wonderfully. But yeah, we've put a row of calendula in here. We've put a few calendula over there. We've got a load of cosmos along here, in all here. This bed here's got a load of African marigolds, and they grow quite big, so it's going to be a massive, it's going to be as tall as this, but it's going to be flowers everywhere, and that's the idea. We've got some more stuff, more flowers for around the back there and over there, and we're going to be putting we're going to be putting some of them sunflowers into these hanging baskets, these planters here, one in each, see what happens. This lot, well, these are all daylilies and what have you, they're all coming up now, so I can't really, in fact, there's nothing to do there except for wait for the flowers. Just locked everything up. I'll be taking this fleece off this weekend. I will be putting a load of marigolds in here as well. My girls are getting ready for bed now. As you can see, well, you can't see, but look at the potatoes now. they're flying away. So yeah, be taking the covers off these and the dahlias very shortly. But tomorrow we'll be putting the cabbages in there. My beans are doing okay here. Look at them, full of flowers. The Sutton Dwarf, they don't get much bigger. We'll probably put some tomatoes up these if we get enough time. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Onions are doing okay. That elephant garlic's doing okay over there. This garlic will be coming out shortly. Yeah, we're going to be putting loads of marigolds in all these planters here and what have you. And they should look really nice. But tomorrow morning, we'll be putting the cabbages in there, hopefully. I think I better just lift this net up a bit. It's started pulling tight on here, isn't it? For flying away these potatoes. Now I've got a pile more flowers to go into them beds. I just I've not had the time to do it because I've been trying to do other things at the same time. Point in case the brassicas, they needed to go in. I needed to tilt the bed, flatten it all, and I used this board to flatten it all down. Then I got all my gear out, and then Buttercup come over again, driving me nuts, as she just saw in the last video. She likes to get down and dirty with me, and yeah, she's driving me batty while I'm trying to do these for jobs. But yeah, we got some Savoy, we got some greyhound cabbage, and we got some celery and celeriac into that bed. So I'm going to show you my board. I've got to flatten the bed down. I've got to obviously remove this net, and then what I've got to do is get my brassicas. There's my lime. Quickly show you my brassicas before we go any further. Look at her waiting. Should be all over them. There are my brassicas, and there's my celery and my celeriac. I'm going to try and get most of this in. I think we'll be okay. These ones are a bit struggling a bit, but once they get into the ground, I think they'll fly away. The Savoy are looking good. These are greyhound. Right, anyway, you've seen them. So we'll grab a couple of these out in a minute. Not before I actually tamper the ground down a bit. Well, for the cabbages, that is. Won't do it for the brassica, the celery, but these, they do like firm soil. So anyway, let's have at it. Look, she keeps out of the way. We'll be taking the nets off these shortly. These are my dahlias just coming up as well here. I need to put cages on the top of these, and same on the Lucifer. Cages are over there. Anyway, let's set my stall up and we'll crack on Well, I think we'll put the cabbages down this end here, and we'll tighten everything up and see how we go. Right, onwards and upwards. Didn't take long, did it? This is gonna get very, very interesting. Right, let's get this net off here, and then we can start doing something. As soon as the net comes off, we know what's going to happen. Buttercup's going to go straight in here. What are you saying there now? You're good for you. Well, I've flattened one half of the bed, and that's where we're putting the brassicas anyway. Right, I'll be back in a bit, guys. Catch me breath. Listen, Buttercup, this ain't big enough for the pair of us, so skedaddle. Don't you walk on my brassicas or you're in trouble, young lady. Okay, so we're doing 4. I've decided to do 4. We put stuff down the edges here, but yeah, as you can see, we've got 4. There's my line. Some lime here, bloodfish and bone. And yeah, all it is. Mark where you're going to put them. There you go. Bit of line around the hole. Bloodfish and bone. Nice root system there. In it goes, and really firm them in. That's all you need to do. Just taking that dodgy leaf off her. I see another dodgy leaf. Lime, fish and bone, squeeze the pot. Bingo was his name. Oh, even throw the, I won't throw the worms in there, but simple as that. Yeah, you can see Buttercup there. What? You can't sit there. You are a pain in my backside now. Bugger off. Well, you're gonna end up whiter and white with all this lime. Well, guys, what you do? This is my life at the moment. Once we get this net on here, these are safe. As you can see, she's just sat at the side of them at the moment, wagging her tail. Yeah, she really likes to get involved, guys. Honestly, this cat, she could do with a channel all on her own, really. Right. Anyway, so we got 2 rows in. I'm going to continue down the line, and hopefully we'll get them all in. I'm just looking here. The worms here coming up. Bloody worms everywhere. Look at them. You growling at, eh? What are you moaning at? Go and get him. Go and get him. Come on, go and get him. That's it. Go and get him. She's off. she says, patted her on her bum and she's shot off like lightning over guys, there. We've got 12 of each of these. Got Savoy. These are greyhound. Them there I'm going to give to anyone who wants them. A couple of each. We only do 12 at a time. I say they're about a foot apart, just over a foot. I'm going to be putting my celery and my celeriac in this half now. I've not compressed this down, not like I've done here. But yeah, we're going to be putting probably 5 or 6 a row in here. We'll get the celery and celeriac in, and then we'll get it covered up. Buttercup's keeping out of the way until I had to move her. But yeah, they look pretty good. We took some of the leaves, what was going a bit funky. We took them out and we planted them a little bit deeper than we would normally do. But you know, they're all right. There's a lot of lime in there, a lot of bloodfish and bone, and they should fly away. Now I've got to find a victim who will take them off my hands. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 on here that'll be interested in them. What are you doing? Let me bloody pack it. couple of fishing bowl, celeriac, in it goes, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to put probably 3 rows of these in, 3 rows of celery, so let's have at it. Last one. There we go, there's all the brassicas in and the celery and celeriac. Buttercup there, she can't get in there now. You can use that as a springboard, but that's about it. I need to sort that, I need to put a couple of screws into this thing, it started to lean. It's all the pressure on the net pulling it down tight. They just hook onto like nails in the scaffolding boards, and that's how I do it. And all it is gutter turned upside down on some um, 40 by 60 stud work. That's what that is, and it's just screwed into the top upside down, the gutter, and then the net thrown over the top. And like I say, Bingo was his name. Oh, anyway, moving on. So again, that was another job what we needed to do. We've put the cover on it. If I left the cover off, the wood pigeons would just destroy everything in the bed. Well, all the brassicas anyway. And yeah, so that was another job what we did. Another important job that I needed to do was to get me Atlantic Giants pumpkins into the compost bin. Now get them off to a start. They need to, start growing so we can get a decent pumpkin at the end of the year. So I'm going to take you to the back of the plot now and show you me putting these into the compost bin. We've got a bit of a ratters problem down there at the back, but Buttercup and the poison is taking care of the rats, I think. So anyway, like I said, we had a bit of a problem that day as well. I had Mark with his strimmer, but we worked around it. So this is how I've got me pumpkins set up. Got to grab a couple of them pots out of the chicken pen there, and what I'm going to do is putting it into this compost bin, and then I'm going to put some compost on top. I know it sounds stupid, but this is where I'm going to be growing my pumpkins out of, and they're going to come down here and trail into this bed eventually. But yeah, I've got to get in there now, fight the bloody chickens to get a couple of buckets, and then we can get started. They're all lining up here to run out, but I think we've got them covered. Right, let's go and grab a couple of these buckets. Oh, right away. Jeez. Hi guys, well we'll put the Atlantic giant pumpkins into this compost bin, but my mate Mark has brought his strimmer down and he's strimming at the moment. He's just kicked it in the head for a second. However, I've just put a bag of, I've just put a 35 litre bucket of chicken manure in here. Now this is a compost bin that I'm working on at the moment and it's full to the top, but I'm going to add some clover, believe it or not, into this as well. But underneath there's going to be all this chicken manure and all the compost, so once the pumpkins roots go down they're going to fly away. But yeah, we're just swinging the camera around here now. Like I say, this is where we're going to put them. I've got a bag of clover there, so I'm just going to tip this in. So we've got a nice medium to grow into. Now we've got these two pumpkins. Remember that one what was showing you, that the one what won a competition? That's this one, and it's a Dweaver 18. Hang on, don't know if you can see that. So that's this one. So we'll see if this one grows any better than this one. Now they're both ready to rock and roll. That's where they're going. The beauty of this, I've got the hose pipe here connected to my IVC tank and I can water them. This tank's full, so all I have to do is turn the tap on and away we go with instant watering. So they're ready to go, so all I've got to do now is put these in here. This one. The trick is, what we want it to do, we want it to come this way and drop down. So it's going to come and fall down off. I'll put these in here so we know what they are. But and what I'm going to do, add a bit of protection, is this. I'm going to stick that over the top for the next few weeks and see what happens. Hopefully, these two will fly away, and we'll have some record-breaking pumpkins for this competition. Also, I'm going to put some bricks just to hold this down so it doesn't blow away in the wind. But yeah, this is my cunning plan. So as you see, we've got these two Atlantic giants in here in the compost bin. If I don't grow something from this, I want shooting. Probably end up shooting me later on in the year, but hey ho, we're going to give it a go anyway. But that was a record breaker on the right, and this is the one. The one I've just started. Well, I've started them both from seeds, so we wait with bated breath. So I'm going to flip that up, turn the water on. So as you now can see, we've got water. This is coming from the IVC tank, this, and it's full to the top, so all I have to do is just turn it on and water them, give them a good watering each day. That banging you can hear is the bloody chickens. Anyway, as you can see, they've got all the water that they could possibly need, and now it's fingers crossed that they do really well. So all I've got to do now is drop this down here. brick on the corner just to stop the bloody wind blowing it away. And yeah, the job's a good one. So now I'm just going to turn it off here at the source. So I've got my water pipes set up, I've got everything set up here, and we'll take this off once they start to get really, like I say, we're going to train them to come down here. We do it each year anyway. I'll take the camera off the stand and you can see clearly a little bit better, but yeah, we just got the 2 pumpkins where we want them. So what we'll be doing, putting a bit of rat poison in here, because like I say, we've got bloody rats in this compost bin. So we'll bop them on, get rid of them for the start. But yeah, job's a good one. You see, we've got my water tank here. I've turned it off now, but we've got the water pipe in here. We've got this plastic thing over the top of the 2 pumpkins that we're hopefully going to get a record pumpkin from this year. You see me put the chicken manure in here, and then we've put some compost over the top of them. Now this is full, this compost bin is full. Not only is it full of compost, it's full of bloody rats as well, so we're going to be putting a bit of poison in there in each corner just to get rid of them. We have been treating around this area for the last couple of weeks. But the poison is starting to stay in the traps now, so it's not too bad. But you know you've got them when you start seeing that. But when you keep seeing it disappearing every day, it's a bit disheartening. But anyway, this is all set up. We've got the pipes set up. We just watered them. And what will happen? We want them to come over here, drop down here, and grow into this bed where all the elephant garlic is. This elephant garlic won't be in here for too much longer. Look who's here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come in with my hoe in a bit and just get all this these weeds which have grown in between and which is difficult to get at most. I only weeded this bed a couple of weeks ago, but we'll come in again with the hoe and we'll get them all out. And yeah, once we take the elephant garlic out of here, hopefully this is where the pumpkins are going to be. But yeah, it's game on. There they are in the compost bin. There's all sorts of goodies in there, and there's a ton of chicken manure, and you name it, it's all in there ready for the pumpkins to feed off. So yeah, I've got the water, everything's good to go. Right, let's disappear because I've got other jobs to do today. So I say to all my plot holder friends on the allotments, game on folks. I'm all ready to rock and roll. I think there's a couple of people who might walk away with it, and that might be Ferran and it might be Aaron, because them crafty buggers got a load of horse manure. When I say a load, we're talking a trailer load of horse manure dropped off in the plots, and that's what they're growing theirs in. However, I'm growing mine in chicken manure. So they're growing theirs in horse manure, I'm growing mine in chicken manure, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, I've got one more clip to show you, and if I can fit it in, I'm going to fit it in. So this is what I paid 40 quid for today. It's the 2018 10 pences. It would have been better if I would have done it this way, wouldn't it? There we go. A to Z. Now these are not the rarer ones, the ones you want at 2019, but they are a pretty close second. There you go. For the full set, the World Wide Web and the Omen 50p, and the, what's the other one, the Robin. There's about 4 or 5 of them which are very rare on the 2019, and if you find them, I mean, you're on to like 15-20 quid. This set now is going for about about 60 quid on eBay, maybe a bit more, and I picked it up for 40 quid today in the bag, with the box as well. So yeah, there's a result. So that's one of the things I got. Let me give me a set. I've got them all in this bag here. Show you what I've got. So I'm just going to fold this up and I'll grab a few more out and show you what we've been buying. So this is the second lot that I bought. I paid 20 quid for these. He wanted 25, and I said there was in a little like treasure chest, and I said, what do you want for him? She says, I want 25, mate. I said, I'll give you 20. She said, you can have them for 20, but I want to keep the case. I said, well, you keep the bloody case, I'm not really bothered. What I would after was this thing here. It's an 1849. It's a model sovereign. I don't know if you can see it. You can't really see it very well, but trust me, 3 quid is worth a damn sight. It's worth about 20 quid, that bugger. And then I got everything else thrown in. Even this here, this is a florin, a 1920 florin, and again, that's 50% silver. Anything 20 and above, up to 20 up to 36 is half silver, and 20 below is sterling. Even that, when I saw it, is worth at least 10 quid. And then I got all these commemoratives here. These are all territories, a lot of these. With a few pennies there, a couple not of no consequence, a couple of pounds there, proofs. What else we got? A couple of tittle mouths. There's another one. We got these in the deal. A couple of Isaac Newtons. Got suffragettes there. Girl Guides. Got the first £2 thistle. We got a comedies. Yeah, and we've even got I don't know what they call them now. A Commonwealth Scottish £2 coin, and we got Magna Carta, and we got this one. I'm not too sure. I can't really see what this one is, but I do know it's a territory. I think it's Gibraltar. We got, here's another florin. These are 5p's. What else we got? These are 5 pences. But what really wet me whistle was this coin here. This is the one I wanted, and you can't really see it. You can't get the light right, unfortunately. But yeah, got all that lot for 20 quid. And then I bought a couple of other things off another dealer. I bought this silver proof 2003 silver pound. I paid a tenner for that, and we threw that in, that pound with it. And the little girl had this, and I said, oh, what do you want for this? She said, well, it's my daughter, she wants to sell it. I said, what do you want for it? She says 50p. Says 50p? I says, here. She says, oh, you give me £2. I says, yeah, but I only want 50p. Anyway, I give her 2 quid for it. It's got to be worth 2 quid, isn't it? I don't know what it is. It's a commemorative anyway. Disney, it's in the card. So all that lot cost me 62 quid. Actually, cost me 72 quid. Because that was a tenner. All that was 20, and that was 40. And well, I'll give 2 quid, so 72 quid. I think I got a deal there. I think that's worth 70 quid on its own. So yeah, that's what we've been buying today. I think I got a bargain and a half there. I mean, that Scottish one there is worth at least 8 to 10 quid. Magna Carta's worth 4 to 5. the comedies is worth a couple of quid, maybe £3. So yeah, did alright. Anyway, that's the coins. So these are all just pennies and what have you. There's a few I've missed out, but hey ho, you got the majority of them. I mean, them are selling for about £3 each, maybe a bit more. And that's at least £2. The suffragettes. Yeah, so we did alright. So yeah, that's what I've been wasting my money on today. I bought some yesterday as well. But yeah, bargains galore. Anyway, I know this video is really running very long now, so we're going to knock it on the head. But I'm going to sit here, wait for my RVC tank to fill up, have a nice cup of coffee. I've got bugger lugs here just sat here next to me, and we're going to chillax for an hour. I think I deserve it. Anyway, until next time guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe and goodbye for now.